Hello everyone and welcome. I'm teacher Sam. Today we shall continue what we did last time. Last time we discussed the idea of factorial. Today is a continuation. So we shall discuss permutation. Permutation. Let's take an example. 6 P1 is the same as 6 6 P2 is the same as 6 times 5. So what is this? 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. This is what we discussed last time. It's called factorial. But when we say 6 times 5, two factors. So this one indicates that you have to multiply 6, all the natural number, less than 6 immediately. But provide that should be two factors, only two factors. Then we multiply this, 6 times 5 is 30. 6 P3 equal 6 times 5 times 6, 5, 4. How many factors? 3 factors. 6 times 5, 30. Times 4 is 120. 6 P4 is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3. Then we stop here. 4 factors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 factors. 6 times 5 times 4 is here. 6 times 5 times 4 is just 120. Then that 20, when you multiply it by 3, will be 360. And so on. And the same way we know how to work with natural numbers. It can be letters like n, p1 will be n. It can be n, p2, the first factor is n. The next one is have to decrease one, have to subtract one. So this one is decreasing. I have to subtract 1 from this n, become n minus 1. So this one factor, one factor. Two factors, two factors. N, p3 will be n. Second factor, n minus 1. Third factor is n minus 2. So these three factors, 1, 2, 3. And so on. Let's take another one. M minus 1, p 3. The first factor is m minus 1. So you have to realize that always what is written here will be first. N, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. And then we subtract 1 every time until we reach 3 factors. So m minus 1, if I subtract 1 from here, will be minus 1, minus 1, minus 2. M minus 1, which is m minus 2. So is it the last part? No. These are 3 factors. We need another factor again by subtracting 1. M minus 2 minus 1 will be m minus 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 factors. So these are the main ideas of permutation. What you should know that here 6p1, in general, we can say 6p1 equals 6. So definitely means 7p1 is 7. 8p1 is 8. 9p1 is 9. So in general we can say np1, n is any natural number, will be equal to the same natural number. Now let us see some examples which used to come in exam and so on. Number of example, find the value of 5p2. We say that we have to multiply 5 downwards. How many factors? 2 factors. So 5 times 4, only 2 factors. 5 times 4 is 20. Therefore 5p2 equal 20. 4p3 means what? You have to multiply 4 downwards. How many factors? 3 factors. So this is 4 times 3 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 3 factors. 4 times 3, 12. 12 times 2, 24. Number 3, 10 to be multiplied downwards. How many factors? 3 factors. So this is 10 times 9 times 8. 1, 2, 3. Divided by. This is a division. 9p2. 9p2 is 9 times 8. 8. So these are 2 factors. Now we cancel the like terms. 9, 9, 8, 8. Now remain 10. Now we have this part can be calculated using permutation formula. Now what is the permutation formula? It is n PR equal n factorial divided by n minus r. So this is the permutation formula. Put in mind that 5p2 we can solve it using this way, or we can apply the formula. How do we apply the formula? 5p2 5p2 n is 5, r is 2. Let us put them in the formula. n is 5 divided by the difference between them. The difference between them, I will subtract them. 5 minus 2 is 3. So the difference between them, 5 minus 2. So this is 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 2. This is 3 factorial. How do we solve this? This is what we did last time in factorial lesson. So 5, this is the same as 5 times 4 times 3. I can stop here to cancel it with what is down. So 3 factorial cancel. 5 times 4 is 20, which is the same answer. So all ideas are possible. You can apply this idea, you can apply this idea. And this formula here represent permutation in factorial form. So this is the relation between permutation and factorial. So this is permutation in factorial form. So this example number 1, find the value of, that is how we find the values. Now let us see more examples. Now we can go to example number 2. Says, write the following in the form of NPR. What does NPR means? Means put them in permutation form. Put them in permutation form. Number 1, 7 times 6. The beginning is 7. I will say 7 because these are 2 factors. The biggest one is 7. P here, put the number of factors. How many factors? How many factors do we have here? We have 2 factors. Therefore, 7 times 6 equals 7p2, and so on. Keep in mind, always the big factor will be up. And what is down here? Number of factors. 1, 2. Secondly, 9 times 8 times 7, the biggest factor. 9p. Just count down how many factors? 1, 2, 3. So now we put this number in NPR, in permutation form. Number 3, 12, the biggest factor. How many factors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Here we have 3 factors. The biggest one is n. How many factors? 1, 2, 3. Number 4. Here we have 2 factors. The biggest one is n because this is 2m. The next one is minus 1. So definitely this one is the biggest. Is the bigger. 2m. P, how many factors? 2 factors. First factor, second factor. And number 5 says this is x plus 2, x plus 1, x minus 1, so it is decreasing by 1. The biggest one is x plus 2. Then how many factors? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 factors. So now we have changed, we have written these numbers, this multiplication, these factors in NPR form or permutation. Let's continue. Remark, the remark says, this is the formula of permutation, NPR equal n factorial divided by n minus r. N minus r is the difference between these two values. At the same time, make sure this number is always greater than or equal to this one. But this number cannot be bigger than this one. It's impossible. The remark says np1 equal, np1 is just multiply n one time because it is just a one factor. How do we get this n? We can apply the formula, by the way. We can apply the formula, we can put n here and 1 here. It will be n factorial divided by n minus 1. Then we apply the lesson of last time, how to simplify factorials. np0, we can also apply this formula. If I put n here, then it will be divided by n minus 0. N minus 0 is just n. So this is always 1. An example of this, 7p0 is 1, 6p0 is 1, 8p0 is 1, and so on. What about npn? npn means this number and this number are the same, 5p5, 6p6, 8p8. So the answer here is 8 factorial. And also it makes sense because if I have 5p5, how do we calculate this 5p5? It is 5 times 4, 3 times 2 times 1, 5 factors. The beginning is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, this is 5 factorial. So it is n factorial. The last part of today will be exam 2017. Says put a circle around the correct answer. Put a circle around the correct answer. Exam 2017. 10 factorial divided by 10 permutation 4 equal. Which one is the correct answer? To solve this, there are many ways. For example, this is 10 factorial divided by this 10p4. I can put it 10 times 9 times 8 times 7, or I can apply the formula. It's possible to apply the formula. If I apply the formula, 10 NPR, 10p4 will be equal, what is up? Factorial divided by the difference between them. Let's subtract them. 10 minus, because here we subtract. 10 minus 4 is 6 factorial. And this division is possible to be changed. We can change it to multiplication, and then we reversed this fraction to become 6 factorial divided by 10 factorial. It is very clear that this and this cancel. By the way, this sign is factorial and even this sign is factorial. Equal 6 factorial. So our answer is 6 factorial. So where is 6 factorial? Is it 10p6? No. Is it 4p4? 4p4 according to this formula, 4p4 is 4 factorial, but our answer is 6 factorial. Is it 6p6? 6p6 according to this formula, it is 6 factorial. This is the correct answer. This is the correct answer. What about 6p4? No, it is not 6 factorial. That is all about the lesson of today. We shall continue next time on the same topic, which is permutation. We shall see how to solve equation involving permutation. See you next time.